This is a, I guess you'd say like a sales video for this motorcycle, which I am riding right now, which is a 93 Kawasaki ex250f, or otherwise known as the gpx250r. The gpx250r is a sports tourer. It is a 250cc liquid-cooled engine. I believe it's a parallel twin, a 4-stroke parallel twin. I bought this bike in December 2014, and it had no TLC whatsoever. It has sat there for months and months, just letting its carbs getting gummed up on old crappy fuel. And I got it from this guy, and I threw probably about just over $1,000 bucks. I think it was like $1,200 worth of stuff at it. I got a new chain for it, a new sprocket for it, a new tire for it. I had the head stem bearings done. I bought a new fuel tank for it because the tank had just, obviously it had sat there with basically no fuel in it, and it just rusted from the inside out. But essentially, what you'll find is that I am selling this bike for a bargain, considering what it is and considering the amount of money I've thrown at it. I am not making any money on this bike. I am losing money on this bike, and this is a reluctant sale because right now this bike is serving an incredibly practical purpose for me. It is amazing for commuting, for getting to work, getting home. It is an absolute beast. Right, I will easily get 300 kilometers out of a tank of fuel. We're talking like $20 of the best fuel you can get. We'll give you 300 kilometers in the city, stopping, going. Right, I can get to work so much quicker on this bike than I can on my bigger bike. I've got a 1300cc bike. I can't get to work on that thing as quickly as I can on this, and that thing is thirsty. It goes through fuel like no tomorrow. I will be lucky to get 180 Ks out of a tank on that bike. On this, I will get 300, easily get 300 Ks. Alright, this thing is a beast. It's a beast. It is an unmatchable beast. At this juncture, at this particular point in time and location, although my location is constantly changing because I'm moving, which just goes to show how much of a beast this thing is. Alright, it's a beast. So, yeah, I'm not making any money off this bike. I strongly recommend you come in, you take it for a test ride. I will require a deposit for the test ride. You are welcome to fang it about my local neighbourhood. It will not come with a roadworthy, and it will not come with registration. I have had it roadworthy twice in the last, where are we now? It will be like the last 4 months. And it's flown through. Like, obviously the first time it went in, it had repairs before it got checked, because it needed those repairs and the additions and servicing that I mentioned. But the second, it went through. Just watch this, okay? I can do this pretty much no matter how close the cars are together. I will get through no problems. This thing is a beast. Alright, old mate sitting there on his Ducati, stuck behind car. I slapped this thing through all the gears. Fifth, I think this is 6 now? Yeah, 6 gear. Right, doing 80, just 5,500 RPM. Yeah, whatevs, mate. Basically, whatevs. Perfect customer of this bike, alright? If I could sell this bike to someone, the perfect person I would sell it to is someone looking for their first bike, not wanting to overreach with their purchasing, i.e. not spend too much money. You want something really reliable, you want something with a little bit of power. It's 250, it does pull kind of hard for a 250. And you want something that's really easy handling, easy to ride, and it feels safe. And I can assure you, with the horn this loud, you're going to feel pretty safe, mate. Trust me. Basically, this is me at every intersection. Okay, and this can be you at every intersection if you buy this bike. Kill the engine. So, this is the beast. The Beastodon. I'll just do a little walk around. So, I guess we'll go over like cosmetic shit first, and then we'll go over the electricals. So everything looks pretty good on the bike. There's a couple of areas I want to point out to you though. This tank, like I said, it's a replacement tank. The replacement tank came with this lovely little addition here. I couldn't use the original tank. It wasn't in good enough condition to be used. And the other thing is, not the previous owner, but the owner before him. I think she apparently dropped the bike a set of traffic lights. So that's how that happened. I think it also explains why this clutch lever is vibrating, it's loose or something like that. Maybe it got knocked around. Nothing that can't be fixed very easily. But outside of that, this bike scrubs up really, really well. It's filthy as at the moment. But once it does get it clean, it looks fantastic. Like a proper clean. I'm not talking shit clean, I'm talking proper clean. Yes, so the electricals. Indicators. All the indicators work. They just take a little while to turn on, which you might want to get changed, but it doesn't violate the ADRs. It's still within the required flashes per minute, which is 60 to 120. So, you know, obviously it'll all be good, roadworthy wise. There's something wrong with the front brake lever initiating. It doesn't reliably activate the rear light, so that'll need to be fixed for the roadworthy. And this lever here, this foot lever, rear brake lever, works perfectly fine. So light itself is fine, it's just the sensor here doesn't work all that well. Obviously the throttle's all good, and had the headstand bearings done recently, so you know that is pretty much 100% fine. It does come with a center stand as well, which does work. I don't really use it myself, because I just leave that for the Vespa riders of the world. If I can get it to go on the center stand, I need to take it off the hoo-hoo dilly. There we go. Oh. So obviously, yeah, that works. Not dropping any oil, as you can see quite clearly. And that center stand makes chain maintenance a breeze. Obviously, you want to have a good look at the tyres. Plenty of tread on that rear. Pirelli on the back. There's a fucking 250. Puts Pirellis on it. What the fuck? And arrow stacks on the front. I've still got plenty of tread on that front tyre. I can't show you the brake pads, but when I bought it, they were in really good nick. They had heaps to left on them. I think the battery been replaced recently as well. I think. When you get the bike, first thing you're going to want to do is give it some TLC. Take it in, get it serviced, get it roadied, and go and get it registered. It's just going to be so much better for it. Yeah, that is the beast. The exhaust pipes, I'll give you a look at the exhaust pipes before we shut this shit down. Obviously, a lot of rust on those pipes, but that can all be cleaned off. It's not corroded or rotted through. You'd know all about that if it was by now, but that's in really good nick. You can get that cleaned if you really want to get that cleaned. Me personally, I haven't bothered because to me this bike is a workhorse, which is why I'm so reluctant to sell it.
So that is the gpx250. If you're interested, get in touch with me using the contact details in the ad. We'll tee up a little test ride, preferably sometime after hours. You can take it for a spin, and if you like it, take it up for the listed price. I will not be selling it for anything less. It's a very reluctant sale because right now this bike is serving a very strong purpose for me. So don't try to lower the price or take the price down because of certain aspects of the running condition. This bike is in excellent running condition. It needs a little bit of tender loving care. That's all it needs. So yeah, get in touch with me if you like it. Come in, take it for a spin, and we'll go from there.